Students this weekend. There were about 300 students. And this was decided they don't need to start. And then to accommodate those, which the name of the land and sponsored. He died a few weeks ago. Somebody dies, this is guaranteed. Children live. Years ago, in a hope that they would be useful.
We have 2 minutes. Hello. Hi, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Viewers who are watching us live to Zoom link and Facebook. I am Jerry Momo, who will be the moderator for today's segment of the program. Allow me to warmly welcome you all, including our guests, partners, students, parents, colleagues, and the many viewers throughout the country and abroad. We acknowledge the presence of Professor Joseph Lingawa Kekeya, Dean of the Faculty of Education, Mr. Peter Kelaki, Head of the Department of Education, Curriculum and Leadership, lecturers Professor Pamela Norman, OL, Dr. Linus Yamuna, Mr. Pulip Lauka, Ms. J.T. Kekeya from the Faculty of Arts and Social Science, Mr. Piki Airi from the Center for Learning and Teaching, students and colleagues. We were supposed to also have Mr. Joseph Oyom, who is the Assistant Director for Teaching Service Commission for Momasa region. Unfortunately, he's not here, but we do appreciate many times in many occasions he does present himself when Divine Word University normally invites him, and we do acknowledge him. We also recognize our partners contributing on this Career Expo program, all the way from the beautiful island of Lihir, Mr. Kevin Collins and Mr. Greg Neville, if you are here, or probably you are not on board with us now. The same is extended to Mr. Wago Mac, participating all the way from Balop Teachers College in the Morobe province. Mr. Peter Kayake, Mr. Fox Yengaha, who are both contributing from WeWork and Rabaul campuses respectively. On this note, we also take time to appreciate the University President, Professor Father Philip Gibbs, and the administration team for supporting the 2022 Career Expo, including our students and those that will be contributing one way or the other. Wherever you are watching from, today we bring you the Faculty of Education's virtual Career Expo presentation streaming live from Madden campus. Theme for this year's Expo is running to excel in knowledge and skills, to aspire, inspire, and to win together. Our valued listeners and viewers, you are kindly reminded this presentation has 4 segments and will run for 3.5 hours. And I believe we will captivate you. We will captivate your ears, and eyes all throughout the presentation. To commence our proceedings, may I ask you all to rise as genuine patriots of our beautiful country for the singing of the National Anthem and reciting of the National Pledge. Ladies and gentlemen, may we rise.
Oh, arise on these arms of this land. Let us sing overjoyed to be free, praising God and rejoicing to be Papua New Guinea. Shout our name from the mountains to seas, Papua New Guinea. Let us raise our voices and proclaim Papua New Guinea. Now give thanks to the good Lord above, for his kindness, his wisdom and love, for this land of our fathers so free, Papua New Guinea. Shout again for the whole world to hear, Papua New Guinea. We are independent and we're free, Papua New Guinea.
Thank you. You may now take your seats. Viewers, observers, and listeners, in any case, you are reminded that Divine Word University is a national Catholic university established and run by the Divine Word missionaries in collaboration with the Holy Spirit missionary sisters. We must continue to thank them for their never-ending efforts to hold together our communities and continue exertions that help lead them to serve in our spiritual, social, and physical aspects of life here in Papua New Guinea. Having said this, we now have the pleasure of welcoming the President of Divine Word University for his opening address, Professor Father Philip Gibbs, SVD, OBE. Please make the President welcome.
My name is Philip Gibbs, and I'm president of Divine Word University in Papua New Guinea. Welcome to Careers Expo Week at Divine Word University. A Careers Expo is an opportunity for potential students to learn more about life at the university, and also a chance to activate networks and engage with stakeholders and potential employers. It's a chance for the public to learn more about what is Divine Word University. After the recent experience with the coronavirus, we decided to continue with a virtual Careers Expo, utilizing the great resources we have here in information technology. It's with that modern technology that I'm able to speak with you now. For 4 days this week, faculties and other groups from the university will have an opportunity in webinars through Zoom and streamed on Facebook to tell you more about life here and respond to your questions. We'll be starting off with a virtual tour of several of the campuses, giving you a chance to look at some of the spaces and meet people you would experience here as a visitor. Divine Word University aspires to be a national university, open to all, serving society through the quality of its teaching, learning, research, and community service in a Christian environment. It offers a chance to those interested in improving themselves spiritually and intellectually so that they may become responsible citizens and contribute positively to the development of society. Students come from all 22 provinces of Papua New Guinea and from abroad, including Solomon Islands. The university aims to turn out graduates with the skills required for national development, as well as professionals who will provide Christian leadership for the nation. At the end of their courses, and for most that means at the end of 4 years, students attend a missioning ceremony, with each final year student receiving a special missioning cross as a constant reminder of the transformation they will have experienced while here. Divine Word University has a special interest in encouraging women to take an active part in national life and in improving the status of women in society. The university has 4 faculties: Business and Informatics, Arts and Social Sciences, Medicine and Health Sciences, and Education. We'll be hearing more from the faculties during this week. The theme for this year, 2022, comes from our DWU motto. In the Latin language, sic currite ut comprehendatis, which means run to win or run to understand. From that, our theme today is running to excel in knowledge and skills to aspire, inspire, and to win together. That's our underlying theme for our Careers Expo this week. Again, welcome to Careers Expo at Divine Word University.
You have shown with your management team, including the faculty leaders. Among the many challenges we have been through, we have maneuvered the COVID-19 challenges and we have made it through, and we do appreciate that. Thank you. I now welcome Associate Professor Sister Miriam Dulgots, SSPS. Sister Miriam is the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Science at the Madden campus. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers and listeners, let us make her welcome.
By the sea, we enter joyfully, full of hope. We serve, share, become one with the people. We cross on the frontiers of our faith and the margin of society.
Thank you, Sister Miriam, for that compilation. It is indeed true. The Divine Word missionaries and the Holy Spirit missionary sisters have really come to serve, and they've left their comfort zones and they've sacrificed their lives, and they've given us what we are deserving today. Thank you very much. Our good listeners and viewers, you will now be taken on a virtual tour of the Divine Word University Madden campus. Please sit back, relax, and watch.
Pacific. We begin our tour at the entrance of the university. As you enter the gates, right before your eyes is the state-of-the-art Friendship Library, which was officially opened on the 29th of April 2004. The library is the main research hub for staff and students. It comprises of 2 levels and houses resource materials dating back to when the university was an institution. Our next stop, and just opposite to the library, is the Alumni Park. The park and the immortal wall of alumni at the Madden campus was designed to be a way for all graduates to be permanently acknowledged, honored, or remembered here. The wall bears bronze tablets bearing the names of those participating in the alumni program. Tucked away in the corner next to the park is the Global Travel Services. Making life convenient for all, GTS provides flight information and ticket purchasing on campus. Staff and students do not need to go into town to the NUGINI office when service is at their doorstep. Just after the library, in this little office, is the engine room of the university that connects Divine Word with the rest of the technology world, the Information and Communication Technology Office. They have the best team on campus to take on any ICT-related matters. You can be assured to get all your IT issues fixed here. If you are feeling a cold coming on or suspect malaria, the university's clinic comprises of reliable medical team that can help our staff and students. The Alessandro Clinic is opened Monday to Saturday. Three of the key venues on campus used for large gatherings and events are the SVD Main Amphitheater, John Paul II Hall, and Sir Peter Bata Mini Auditorium. The SVDMA also houses a sugary sweet hideout tea cafe at the end of the building. Just opposite to the student mess is the only BSP ATM on campus. Further up towards the end of the campus is the DY Mart that services staff and students daily. The university believes in balance with work, study, and leisure. This playing field caters for sports such as basketball, netball, volleyball, tennis, and rugby or soccer. The field also hosts one of the main highlights of life at Divine Word, the cultural shows. Another balance to throw in the mix of work, study, and leisure is the core foundation of the university, is its spiritual life. The chapel is an iconic structure symbolizing the Catholic faith and offering spiritual guidance for all other denominations as well. finally, to end this tour, it is a very important building for students here at the Madden campus. This building supports students from their registration to their accommodations to transportation and everything student related. The Student Services Building also houses the Student Representative Council office. This brings us to the end of our tour. For more information about the university and the courses it offers, visit our website or message us on our Facebook page or contact us on the details on the screen.
That, of course, was our Madden campus. To the viewers and listeners out there, if you have never had a chance to visit, we encourage you to apply and study here or other campuses of Divine Word University. Without much delay, I welcome the Dean of Faculty of Education, Professor Joseph Lingawa Kekeya, for his welcome address. Professor Kekeya is the head of Divine Word University's Faculty of Education programs, which are delivered in Madang, Wewak, Kabul, and Mount Argan campuses. Please make him welcome.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Master of Ceremony. This morning, I acknowledge the presence of the Divine Word University, Professor Father Philip Gibbs, SVD, OBE, in our company today, and thank him for taking time out of his busy schedule to be with us. Unfortunately, our invited partner, the Teaching Service Commission from Mombasa region, is unable to come, but I would like to acknowledge him for his time taking out every time when we have occasions he attend, and I sincerely thank his contributions to our faculty. I also acknowledge with gratitude all the presenters this morning in today's Faculty Career Expo. Our hearty welcome to Lear Gold Mine, who is joining us all the way from New Ireland, live today to do its presentation. For the first time this year, we have DW, Wewak, and Camberley campuses joining us online. I also welcome the viewers joining us via Zoom and Facebook in PNG and overseas. As President mentioned in his speech, the 2022 theme for Divine Word is Run to Win Together. Also, the Chair and the President mentioned that 2022 Career Expo theme is Running to Excel in Knowledge, Skills, to Inspire, and to Win Together. The Faculty of Education partners with the government of Papua New Guinea and focuses its teacher education programs in addressing integral human development. The faculty's teacher education programs are guided by DW's Master Strategic Plan 2016 to 2026, and PNG government's national strategic plans, including Vision 2050, Medium-Term Development Strategy, higher education plans, and National Qualification Framework. These plans are very important to map out and charter the teacher education programs at the faculty level for one, educating classroom teachers, preparing educational leaders, providing leadership and support for training and development, and conducting educational research and engaging in provincial, national, and international projects. The faculty enhances to develop the 21st century learning environment in all our campuses. Increase emphasis on postgraduate program provisions. Continue development of quality e-learning and e-teaching strategies, develop ICT infrastructure and management of information, develop teacher education programs, and offer through full-time, flexible, and online learning modes, and develop 7 conditions for quality of its teacher education programs. The quality of the Faculty of Education teacher education programs include know students and how they learn, know the content and how to teach it, plan and implement effective teaching and learning, create and maintain supportive and safe learning environments, assess, provide feedback and report on student learning, engage in professional learning, and engage professionally with colleagues, partners, carriers, and the community. The faculty's teacher education programs focus on equity and diversity. What do we mean by equity and diversity? This is where the Faculty of Education welcomes diversity and promotes inclusion through the development of strategies, policies, programs, and procedures. The faculty demonstrates its commitment to equity and diversity by breadth of its student enrollment and provision of programs in multiple campuses or locations in Papua New Guinea, including Madden, St. Benedict's in Wewak, Rabaul Caballo in New Guinea Islands, and Holy Trinity Teachers College in Mount Hagen. The faculty offers a qualification pathway based on the National Qualification Framework of diploma, bachelor's degree, postgraduate programs, including postgraduate certificate in higher education teaching and learning, postgraduate certificate in teaching English as a second language, postgraduate certificate in online teaching, master's, and doctoral programs. Doctoral programs include Doctor of Education, that's EDD, and Doctor of Philosophy. Master of Education in Educational Leadership. The faculty's educational partners include Papua New Guinea Teaching Services Commission, Department of Higher Education, Science, Research and Technology, Department of Education, provincial educations throughout the country, non-government organizations, and churches. And we also partner with industries. Finally, and not the least, our students are very important partners in our teacher education program. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I sincerely welcome you all to DW Faculty of Education 2022 Future Career Expo. I urge you to explore some of our teacher education programs in all our campuses. I ask you to enroll in one of our programs to upgrade your qualifications. Relax, stay tuned with us with the program for detailed coverage in the next few hours. Thank you.
Let's put our hands together for him again. Thank you, Professor Kekea. Quality outcomes, community engagement, and doing it better for the country is a way forward in which Divine Word University is pretty much focused on. And we do thank the partners who are with us to ensure that we implement this. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers and listeners, this has brought us to the end of the first segment of the program, and we will take 10 minutes break. We will continue to the second segment as we return.
I am Samuel Marai, a secondary school teacher currently undertaking Master of Educational Leadership at the Findwood University. I am a passionate teacher of economics and accounting. My philosophy of education is to educate a child to make meaning of his or her life. This means to provide an education that will enable the child to realize his or her true potential and live a productive and purposeful life in society. I decided to take up the Master of Educational Leadership program because I believed in the quality of the program. The Master of Educational Leadership program at Findwood University is an exciting program designed to develop professional knowledge and skills of graduate students, underpinning fundamental leadership theories and principles. The program is designed to develop multidimensional skills of educational leadership, be it curriculum leadership, instructional leadership, administrative leadership, ethical leadership, change management, and many others. PNG's education system is confronted with so many pressing issues today than ever before. Such issues demand quality leaders with analytical skills to manage change prudently and redirect the course of education for the better. This remedial program is certainly designed to build competent leaders to address those and other issues. The program also offers research methods, which is a powerful tool to expanding the existing body of knowledge for providing solutions to different problems in education, whilst improving teaching and learning practices. This program certainly builds visionary, ethical, and accountable leaders in education to drive government policies and aspirations captured in the National Education Plan, Sustainable Development Goals in Education, Vision 2050, and many others. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to call on those colleagues out there to make up your mind and take this exciting program, which is offered on flexible mode as well as on full-time. I would also like to appeal to potential sponsors to consider sponsoring educational leaders who are keen on taking up this program. Upskilling educational leaders is indeed a need to advance education in Papua New Guinea. Thank you.
Hi, my professional colleagues and the public viewers out there. My name is Christopher Koyogo. I am doing master degree studies at Findwood University. Before coming here, I was a school inspector, basic education at NCD, Education Services in the National Capital District. My job was to inspect and evaluate schools to ensure that specific standards in teaching, learning, financial management, and organization are being achieved and maintained. As a school inspector, I see that my current job requires higher qualification to quantify the leadership demand, ensuring quality standards in the education system. Upgrading is the only means of enhancing my knowledge and skills to find satisfaction in my profession. There are interesting 8 courses, but the most exciting ones are educational leadership, which involves learning of theories and styles or qualities, where every leader in the education sector, whether you are a teacher or you're a public servant, those qualities must be displayed for the good of the students and the system itself. The second one is the administrative leadership, which involves the administrative skills that each mandated leader should perform at certain respective levels. And the third one is the curriculum leadership. That involves a kind of a model that is suitable for PNG, development of a PNG curriculum. As a school inspector, I see that my current job requires higher qualification to quantify the leadership demand in ensuring quality standards in the education system. It's through upgrading we can enhance knowledge and the skills to find satisfaction in the profession that we serve. My job was to inspect and evaluate schools to ensure that specific standards in teaching, learning, financial management, and organization have been achieved and maintained. The principles, the theories, and practices are encouraging and challenging me to become a transformed person so that I can inspire others outside and within an organization and to contribute meaningfully in the current system. Come to Divine Word as it offers master's program for educators to become the agent of change or emerging leaders. Faculty of Education is committed in producing leadership competencies that is applicable either in your current career or forthcoming opportunities. I take this opportunity to acknowledge Divine Word University for such study opportunity. Also, the past and current private and corporate sponsors. And finally, there is a greater need for full-time master's program sponsorship.
My name is Solomon Reynolds. I am a full-time student doing my Master's of Educational Leadership here at the Divine Word University 2021. The courses offered here at the Divine Word University are of a standard task promoting and meeting the needs of education going forward. The leadership theories and practices that are taught here are with clarity and in-depth knowledge on how to be part of these educational changes that we have seen and experienced. Moreover, the leadership courses offered here not only prepare you to be the educational leaders, but it also helps you to manage and lead the changes within your given area of professionality. We have encountered changes in policies at the national level, and this university is striving to be the leading university in disseminating knowledge that are relevant in today's educational world.
Hi everyone, my name is Puli Blukau. I'm a lecturer of the Faculty of Education. The Doctor of Education program is one that is offered here at the university as a part-time basis. The Doctor of Education program is a program of research and advanced study in which the candidate can make significant contribution to knowledge and practice in the professional context. In doing so, the candidate may also contribute more generally to scholarships within a discipline or field of study. The Doctor of Education is an award different from, but complementary to the Doctor of Philosophy, which is a program that is purely research. The Doctor of Philosophy, or they call it PhD, is an award by thesis alone and is recommended for those in an academic position or a professional research position. However, the Doctor of Education program is highly recommended for those who wish to study and research in areas associated with their professional life in education. The work of an individual who acquires a Doctor of Education degree basically involves applied investigations and problem solving rather than a potential contribution to pure research or to theoretical knowledge. Those who would like to apply for this program, you can visit our university website, or you can call our office on our direct line and get more information from the office. Thank you all for listening.
Welcome back, everyone, for the second segment of the presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Peter Kelaki. Mr. Kelaki is the head of department for the Department of Education, Curriculum and Leadership, and is a senior lecturer at Findwood University's Madden campus. He will be giving us an overview of the Bachelor of Education, Primary in Service Flexible, and the Master of Education Leadership Program, both flexible and full-time. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together in welcoming Mr. Kelaki.
Thank you, Master of the Ceremony, Mr. Wamo, and listeners, good morning to you. A special welcome this morning to Father President Professor Phil Gibbs, who is with us to observe our virtual expo this morning. Thank you very much for your time. Viewers across Papua New Guinea, those listening at Findwood campuses in Rabaul and Wewak, thank you for joining us this morning. And thank you for having you on this Career Expo program organized by Findwood University. The purpose of this year's Career Expo is to showcase different teacher education training programs that are offered by the Faculty of Education at Findwood University Madden campus. It is an opportunity for thousands of teachers in the field who are thinking about studies at the university level. Findwood University is an institution you can dream of for your future career development dreams. These training programs are offered to classroom teachers, school leaders, and to trainers in different government departments and private education institutions. The program is aimed to provide education pathway for field teachers and school administrators serving in public schools.
Orang drink or no? Kon belum masuk ya? Pasti, you know, to saya go to. Oh, okay. Sorry, not, not necessary that by you, Dr. Alomio, correct?
Please be mobile now. Did you still have the spirit?
government and management style. However, Masters in Educational Leadership courses have now exposed me to other relevant leadership theories and styles that can be practiced harmoniously in my current workplace environment in the public defense. This program has widened my scope of employing different leadership styles before and to use them appropriately. It has also provided an opportunity for me to do my research on perspective on Joint Services Officers Training course that is currently conducted at the Joint Forces Academy for the 3 disciplinary courses. The aim of the research is to identify ways to improve the quality of training into the future to fulfill pillar number 4 of the Vision 2050. It is an awesome leadership program for men and women leaders alike to attain from any background, as long as one can apply leadership theories and styles in their own local context or setting. And for me, it will be better utilized in the designing and developing of the PGDF training packages. How this program will shape me for the future. The application of educational, curriculum, and ethical leadership courses being taught so far have already enlightened my mindset to look beyond. Understanding of educational, curriculum, and ethical leadership will definitely assist the Directorate of Training, CIVO, in which I am working under, and the Kumu Leadership Directorate to design and develop new training management packages that will have elements of transformational and other leadership styles embedded into the curriculum to be taught throughout all the PGDF training establishment, especially when conducting military qualifying courses. This program will also provide a good leverage in my ascent to a higher command in the PGDF, or even elsewhere should I wish to exit to other organizations. Finally, my message to interested stakeholders, especially correctional services and police, and other individual candidates interested to do the Masters in Educational Leadership program. This program is absolutely friendly and is designed to suit any man or women leaders in any organization. You will have the flexibility in the application of leadership styles in your own context, despite the fact that it is an educational-centered course or program. So far, I am enjoying the courses being taught by very reputable academics, and I fully recommend that you should apply to this wonderful program through flexible learning or as a full-time student like me. The study environment is conducive to learning, complemented with the state-of-the-art ICT systems in place. Using paperless technology can be described as the best compared to other universities in the country. Finally, I would like to once again thank all the invited participants accessing through this link, and ladies and gentlemen, for your valuable time to participate in this virtual career expo system. Thank you. Thank you very much, Major Mark. You have said much about it. All the best things that you had to say, you have said well, and we do appreciate it. You have mentioned capacity building, development of leadership perspectives, research methods, skills development. Those are things Divineward University really would like to see developed in the human resource graduate chapter of Divineward University, and we do appreciate you mentioned that. On the same note, I would like to also introduce you someone who is at the helm of a very senior position, who has been at the helm of a senior position some time ago, and is now here to complete their Master of Education Leadership program as well. She is Ms. Fiona Wanama. Fiona is a former Assistant National Catholic Education Secretary and will give us an insight on the importance of church partnership in education. Please make her welcome.
Thank you, MC. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am Fiona Wanama, as been introduced. introduced, I was the former Assistant Secretary for National Catholic Education in Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands. I am currently a full-time student, taking Masters of Educational Leadership here in Divine University in Madden campus. Firstly, I wish to acknowledge the Faculty of Education for giving me this opportunity to participate in today's program, Future Career Expo 2022. I will be talking about church partnership based on my experience. In my previous work experience at the sub-national level, I was the principal of a private school where my work environment was more confined. My focus was centered more on school administration, teaching, and learning-related activities. At the national level, my scope of work was more complex. Most of my work involved coordination of meetings, conferences, projects, programs, workshops, and running trainings. In doing so, I was networking with other stakeholders like Department of Education, development partners like JICA and OSAID, and the NGOs like WaterAid, Fund, UNICEF, Caritas Australia, World Vision, and Save the Children. With the work relationship that I established with the other stakeholders, I was selected among the many applicants for the first time from a church organization to study in Japan on education policy formulation and analysis. I was also coordinating all the National Church Education Council activities under the umbrella of Papua New Guinea Council of Churches in partnership with Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. And for the first time, the Church Education Council members have worked together and developed the Church Education Council Constitution for the country. With the work experience gained, that sets a foundation for me to take up this program, Master of Educational Leadership in the Education Faculty here in Ghana. This program consists of training of different models of leadership styles that are to be applied in different organizations in different situations. It's a training where leaders are capacitated to lead in a much proactive and strategic manner. Though I haven't completed the studies yet, I can already picture the benefit of this program. I am very confident that this program will equip me as a leader to face any opportunities and challenges in any organization that I will be engaged with after this program. Therefore, I encourage anyone, especially women leaders, wishing to apply for this program. I assure you that you won't regret the decision to take up this program. With the teachers, PSC has made the positions available. PSC's determination that the positions available in different provinces. So the teachers, please make this opportunity, take this opportunity, and then apply for this program. The program, Master of Educational Leadership, is very challenging and intensive, yet interesting. You will make a lot of sacrifices, but it will worth the effort. And you will benefit out of your time spent here. The program will prepare you to become very useful assets to any organizations that you will join. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Ms. Wenamo. We bring with you huge experiences, as you have just said, and we do appreciate it. But we also, on this note, we see that this journey will take you to some further miles, and we do acknowledge your time here at the university. I would like to now introduce another female student in the Master of Education Leadership program. She is and further share what it feels like to continue studies at the master's level at Divine Word University. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mrs. Alumni.
Thank you. Our moderator for this event is Alumni. Good morning, all. As already mentioned by the moderator, Martha Daisy Kalwin is my name and was a senior teacher at Lutheran Day Primary School here in Madden. Firstly, I'd like to express my word of thank you to the organizing committee of this Career Expo program for the time and effort in preparing this wonderful event. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of the Divine Word President, Professor Madden, for his presence with us this morning. On the same note, I would like to acknowledge the Faculty of Education for giving me this opportunity to link teacher education program with my field experience stories. I journey from diploma in primary school teaching to the Master of Education Leadership program. Partners and stakeholders viewing online, ladies and gentlemen physically attending this program, your presence is highly acknowledged. My story from diploma in primary school teaching to the Master of Education Leadership program. I began my career in teaching with a diploma after graduating from Holy Trinity Teachers College in Mount Hagen in 1995. As a new graduate on the field, my main focus was on teaching and learning in the classroom and taking care of the small children that were entrusted under my care. While serving on the field for some years, I was appointed as the senior teacher and recently as the sectional head for the senior primary in the school I was teaching. The new role came with responsibilities to model and lead my subordinates effectively. This challenged me, so I decided to apply and do Bachelor in Education in Service at Divine Word University, St. Benedict's campus, Findwood, Pacific Province, and graduated with a degree in primary teaching 2020. With the reforms in the education system, I realized that I have to have appropriate knowledge and skills It's a lot of sacrifice as a mother with grown-up children attending school. This has not hindered me from learning and excelling in my profession. The scope of this program covers leadership in education, ethical, curriculum, and administration. Furthermore, courses on leading educational changes, learning theories and practices, and conducting researches. As a female student, I find this program challenging and enriching, thus appropriate for both male and female in education and any other profession. This program will enhance students to apply sound knowledge in decision making. A lot has been learned
in this program to shape the students to go back and be an inspiration to others in the field that we serve. PNG Vision 2050 focus area number 1 emphasizes on equal participation and positive engagement. This program is a way forward in making these a reality. This program has a lot of benefits. A leader needs to lead with a suitable theory of leadership style. This program will help develop the capacity and the ability to develop and lead the educational system of the country at primary, secondary, and tertiary levels to achieve student, institutional, and national goals. The program provides students with values, attitudes, knowledge, and skills to lead in our educational organizations with commitment to high standards of administrative and curriculum practices. This program has given me an insight and has shaped me to think ethically when leading and making decisions at administrative positions. It has also helped to increase career potential and professional credibility in education and many other professions. Different leadership theories and styles have been learned and can be used with care to establish and maintain the direction of a school organization, as well as other related professions. I am now calling on female teachers. You are encouraged to rise above and be a voice in decision-making by considering this pathway as an advantage to be appointed in educational leadership or any other related profession on merit. To you all, men and women out there, and all the potential and want to be leaders, if you are ready to advance your career in the field of educational leadership or the profession you are studying, you are most welcome to check out our Masters of Education Leadership Program on the Divine Word website. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Halpern, for your motivations. I believe your presentation is an inspiration to many teachers right around the country. Yes, it is challenging for few teachers, but the focus and drive that you share today is really inspiring, and I believe many who are watching throughout the country are inspired. Viewers and listeners, join me now in welcoming Mr. Fox Yengaha. Mr. Yengaha is the head of Department of Humanities at Divine Word University's Ramal campus. Mr. Yengaha is also the assistant coordinator there. He will give us an overview of the Bachelor of Education pre-service degree program, including the entry requirements and the intake product. We now welcome Mr. Yengaha.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, good morning to you all. I'm Fox Yengaha from Caballo campus, Ramal. Firstly, Caballo is a fully amalgamated campus of Divine Word. We're now into the 7th year of with Divine Word since we first amalgamated in 2015. It is located at the plateau of Caballo and overlooking the beautiful township of Cocopo and Rabaul. Just a few minutes drive from here. And moving on to today's program, I'll be talking about two areas of programs that we over here at Caballo, and also our entry requirements for students who wish to continue their studies with education. All right. Firstly, Caballo runs the teacher education programs of the Faculty of Education, Divine Word. The program we over here is Bachelor of Education Primary Teaching Program. The program over is a 4-year program, but we have an exit point after a 3rd year of studies. Students graduate with a diploma in teaching award or teaching primary. But students who wish to continue and who score well in their grade point average or GPA continue to year 4 to do a 1-year Bachelor of Education program. And enrollment and entry requirements for Caballo. Caballo enrolls 3 categories of applicants. This includes school leavers, non-school leavers, and of course the field teachers. The school leavers category of applicants are the current grade 12 students enrolled in secondary schools, national high schools, private and also international schools, and will sit for the grade 12 examination or national examination this year. These are the school leavers. And the second category of applicants that we consider are the non-school leavers or the NSL, who have completed their grade 12s in their first years and were unable to further their studies, and now have upgraded or are upgrading their grade 12 grades, or those who have completed grade 10 and are now enrolled at any university centers or matriculation centers to do a full matriculation studies to do grade 11 and 12. Those are the non-school leavers that we consider as well. And thirdly, the category of field teachers. We also enroll field teachers at the moment who wish to do a 1-year full-time Bachelor of Education program. We offer programs to the field teachers at the moment. The program and entry requirements for this program is a successful completion of grade 12, set for national examinations with an overall B average in English or language and literature in secondary schools, mathematics A and mathematics B, science subjects like physics, biology, chemistry, information technology, and of course, social science subjects, which includes history, legal studies, geography, economics, and also business studies. The field teaching, saving teachers with diploma or certificates in teaching primary who have taught for more than 5 years or so and wish to upgrade their qualification to a degree level are eligible to apply for 1-year full-time degree program. And with that, applicants can contact Caballo Rabaul campus directly for more detailed information on the programs we offer here, the entry requirements, and also the applications from forms to apply for the academic year. Caballo is a beautiful place. It's very close to the township of Cocopo and Rabaul. So we urge all intending candidates or applicants who wish to become teachers in future, or the field teaching staff or field teaching teachers from the schools around the country to apply to Caballo and so the privilege of being at Caballo and train yourself to be a competent and professional teachers. Thank you all for your attention and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Hayat about. Thank you, Mr. Hayat, for the oral introduction of the Bachelor of Education degree program at Findwood University. Field serving teachers are also given the opportunity to upgrade their qualification. Very pleased, we now welcome Mr. Peter Ayeke from St. Benedict's campus in Findwood to share on the Bachelor of Education degree primary prospect, including the entry requirements. Let us welcome Mr. Peter Ayeke.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Firstly, thank you, MC, for giving me this time to present the in-service program that we offer at St. Benedict campus. Before that, I would like to acknowledge the staff, students, and our partners who are watching across the nation. Allow me to make a few mention of the Bachelor of Education in-service program that we offer at Findwood. My colleague Fox has already mentioned the in-service program there, but I will touch few on the in-service program that we offer at Findwood University. Bachelor of Education Primary in-service program refers to the field teachers who return to study to upskill their qualification at Findwood University. The government vision is that all primary school teachers should have bachelor's or upgraded their qualifications to bachelor level. Findwood is one of the leading tertiary institutions that spears government's vision and create rooms for upgrading qualifications of field teachers. This is a one-year intensive program for those who have completed diploma in teaching primary from a recognized teacher training institutions. We started offering this program in 2019, and we have already graduated more than 300 field teachers with bachelor of primary education in the last 3 years. This year is the 4th intake that they will graduate in November. Let me highlight for you on the entry requirement for field teachers. For field teachers, in order for them to apply for the B.Ed program, they must have diploma in primary teaching from a recognized training institutions, and they must have more than 5 years teaching experiences, and they must be a registered teacher from teaching service commissions. And those who are interested to apply, they can contact our assistant registrar at Caballo and St. Benedict campus, and even at the office of the dean in Madden for further information regarding application process and application, and also can visit our Faculty of Education website and Findwood website for more information. Thank you very much and wish you a blessed day.
That was the man from the web. Thank you, Mr. Kayeke. Viewers and listeners, stay tuned as we now welcome Professor Pamela Norman, OL. Professor Norman is a professor of education, a receiver of Order of Global Award, and is one of the long-serving academics at Findwood University. She will deliver the program overview for postgraduate certificate in higher education, teaching and learning, and postgraduate certificate in TESOL, teacher of English as speakers of other language. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Professor.
Thank you very much. I have been asked to talk on two programs. The first one is a postgraduate certificate in higher education, teaching and learning. This is a really fun program. We employ lots of people at Divine Word University that have master's degrees and doctoral degrees, but no teaching qualification. But we ask them to stand in front of the class and teach. And for our ICT technicians as well, they're in training, but they have no teaching qualification. So we say, we give you a job at Divine Word University, and we will give you a teaching, or we will give you the opportunity to get a teaching qualification. So we have this, it's common in lots of universities around the world where they do the same thing. What we do is we reduce the teaching training program to 4 basic units. 4 units to be a teacher at Divine Word University. 1 unit is on curriculum, knowing how to plan and what to teach. The second unit is on teaching strategies, having lots of different skills of how to teach. And the third unit is on managing a classroom environment with equipment and furniture and routines for students. And the 4th unit is on assessment, knowing different ways to assess students. So we reduced the teacher training program to 4 little units, and you can be a teacher at Divine Word University. The students all enjoy the program because it's very relevant, very practical for them. So, and the lecturers we enjoy too, because we get people from medicine and business and tourism and hospitality from all across the university doing the basic teaching program. So it's good fun. So that's the first program. The second program, TESOL. I don't know if you've ever seen those letters before, but we often know ESL, for English as a second language, TESL, for teaching English as a second language, or TEFL, for teaching English as a foreign language, and this is another one for you, TESOL, standing for teaching English to speakers of other languages. Here in Papua New Guinea, we're well aware that our Papua New Guinean people have over 800 languages, and we have lots of languages in Papua New Guinea. And all our students are multilingual. They've been taught Listen and taught Place and English and lots of others. So teaching students, and you only have to go outside the classroom and you don't hear people talking English. They're talking pidgin or talk less or something else. So working in Papua New Guinea and being able to teach English to speakers of other languages, that is a program we offer. The 2 lecturers for the program are Dr. Linus Yamuna and myself. Dr. Linus Yamuna and myself, we have PhD level qualifications in teaching English as a second language. So we are quite happy to share them with people. So if you are interested, if you're interested in a career to specialise in teaching English to speakers of other languages, just write to Divine Word University and contact them. And it's just a 1-year program, 4 units, 2 in semester 1, 2 in semester 2, and it's very practical. To me, it's good fun. I think all teaching is good fun. That's a good program too. So that's all for me. So 2 programs. First one was postgrad certificate in higher education, teaching and learning. That's only an in-house program. It's only for academic and admin staff of Divine Word University. We don't offer it outside, only people who at Divine Word. But the other program, TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other languages, that's for everybody. Thank you very much, and that's all from me.
Thank you very much, Professor Harila, for the detailed overview of the 2 programs. and most importantly, for your continued service in higher education sector in Papua New Guinea. Amongst the busy schedule, some staff at the Findwood University successfully completed the postgraduate certificate in higher education teaching and learning. And it is a must in the case when they are joining the academic department. In this case, we have many of our teachers who have come, or lecturers who have come to this program. And one of them is Ms. J.P. Kekea, who will be sharing their experience in this program, which Professor Pamela Norman has just said. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome J.P. Kekea. J.P. Kekea is currently a tutor in the Faculty of Arts and Social Science, and will share their experience in this regard. Let us welcome him.
Thank you, moderator. Once again, good morning, everyone, and those who are watching online. As mentioned by the moderator, I am J.P. Kekea. I am attached to the Department of PhD Studies and International Relations, that is under the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. I am teaching the undergraduate I have been teaching for a year and a half now, and the units that I'm currently taking them is circulated around the theme of community development. And I must say, prior to taking up the tutorial or teaching role here in Madden University, or prior to taking up the postgraduate in higher education teaching and learning course, I had no knowledge on how to go about planning courses, designing lesson plans, unit outlines, various teaching strategies on how to go about delivering the different courses to the students, and most importantly, how to go about dealing with the student issues regarding assessment tasks. Honestly speaking, I was improvising from my observations and experience when I was undergraduate in Divine University. So I was looking at the experiences of my lecturers and learning from that in applying that in the classroom. So after graduating from the postgraduate in higher education teaching and learning course, I will say that I am now able to strategically plan, draw up lesson plans, design unit outlines, design assessment tasks, and implement the various teaching strategies that I believe that will enable the students to achieve Divine University's graduate attributes and the core values. So all in all, or conclusively speaking, this course has greatly assisted my 1.5 year of teaching in Divine University with the knowledge that I have obtained from this course. So I am now able to improve, strive, and challenge myself for better learning environment for my students. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kekea, for sharing your valuable experience there. Our viewers and listeners, we now take out our second break, which will also be 10 minutes. And we will return after the break.
Ini dia nak buktinya. Cek bagus. Ya.
Dr. Alumni is a senior lecturer in the Faculty of Education and has been teaching in the higher education sector for over 34 years. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make him welcome.
Thank you, Moderator Wamo. Viewers throughout the country and maybe overseas too, welcome to our 2022 Careers Expo. Before I begin my speech, I would like to acknowledge two other very important people who are responsible for making this higher degrees program work. Firstly, Professor Per Norman, and secondly, Professor Joseph Ringawa. We are a team that offers higher degrees programs like the MLD, and in particular for this PhD, there's no any other supervisor. You are either stuck with any one of us. So thank you very much, colleagues, for being the team that supports our higher degrees program. According to the Vision 2015, we have to be smarter, healthier, and wiser. We, meaning individuals, need to pull up their socks. Means training needs to occur. And here at Divine Word, we offer that opportunity to meet that demand for the nation, to train individuals at higher level. Another important document that entices us here at Divine Word, particularly the Faculty of Education, is the National Training Framework. National Training Framework is certain levels. Level 10 is a doctorate level. And then level 10 is, hardly anyone there. I'm aging. I'm going to go away, so I'm out of that level when I die. We need to continue to maintain academic at that level. So that's why we put up our hand here at Divine Word to say, yes, we will educate PhD candidates here. Just before coming up, someone came to me and said, what's the difference between EDD and PhD? So let me begin by telling you a story that something that happened to me end of last week. Someone came to me as a no-name. Someone came to me and said, I want to do EDD. Yes, I have your application here, but you were interested in accounting. If I take you on, who's going to supervise you? Professor Norman knows hardly anything about accounting, just for a personal interest areas for things. Nor does Professor Kekea. I can't help you. Supervision is very important in higher degrees program. So I said, no, you can't take EDD. EDD is a education doctorate degree. Period, full stop. If you want to do accounting, then do a doctorate in accounting, not in education. Anyway, let me now go towards explaining to you the definitions. Firstly, I'll start off with PhD. It's a more general word. It is the most common degree at the highest academic level awarded following a course of study. These awards are awarded for programs across the whole breadth of the academic field. PhD degree. The program at Findwood Faculty of Education is for education-specific fields, meaning there is no doctor of accounting, doctor of economics, doctor of law, or doctor of medicine for that matter. If they want these doctors, they go to the appropriate universities offering those degrees. Or the course integrates theory, research, and practice to nurture individuals capable of exploring and enhancing educational systems and practices in local and broader communities. So the EDD program here together, for convenience sake, here at Findwood, we bring in students and we put them under the same program structure. And there are three main stages. Stage one is 3-semester coursework units. So the first unit is to do with them identifying a research problem. Professor Norman is the lecturer that goes through that. He's done that. The next here, I will go through mine, which is crafting the literature review. After I finish that, they go to Professor Kekea, where he takes them through the next stage of putting together their research study. So the units for the program for EDD are ED 801 is identifying the research problem, 20 credits. ED 802, crafting the literature and review, 20 credits. The third unit, ED 803, designing the research study, 20 credit points. That's coursework completed. So the students are working on their own now. They go out in the field and they go through the next round of units. ED 804, thesis work 1, which is a big unit, 150 credits. And then ED 805, thesis work 2, 30 credits. And ED 806, thesis work 3, 30 credits. Total credits for the entire program is 240 credits. How long will that program take to complete? 5 to 8 years. And the entry requirements are must have a master's, appropriate master's, to come to Findwood and say, okay, I want to do a EDD or PhD. If I take a look, you have appropriate master's qualifications, you'll be accepted. And I want to encourage people to come and do this is probably one of the very few universities that offering PhD programs nowadays. So take the opportunity, you listeners and viewers out there, come and do your PhD or EDD program here at Findwood. Thank you very much and God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Yamuna. We do appreciate your presentation and overview of these two doctoral programs. They are detailed and the difference between them, you have explained well, and I believe we have taken up as well. It is now an opportunity we will now hear the journey of one of the current PhD students who started his academic journey 3 years ago. He is a senior lecturer at Bachelor College, and managing work and studies at the same time is something very many people want to know about because it's challenging. Ladies and gentlemen, and our good listeners and viewers, let us welcome Mr. Wago Webb to share his thrilling experience.
This I think this maybe he's both. He muted himself, I guess. Just check it.
Wago, can you unmute yourself? Can you unmute yourself?
I think he's muted. Huh?
Frustrated.
Check unmute. Yes. Check unmute.
Viewers, ladies and gentlemen, while we have a technical issue there, we leave welcome back for a while, and we would like to now get one of the students who is also into the PhD program, and he is Mr. Pulip is a senior lecturer at Findwood University teaching full-time at Findwood University in the Faculty of Education. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mr. Yakob.
Thank you, moderator, colleagues, students, and friends watching online. Welcome to our EW 2022 Virtual Career Open Day. I'm one of those students in the EDD program. I'll be just highlighting some of the things that, as a student, I explored on the program while undertaking the study here at Madden University. Firstly, I think the EDD program, like was mentioned by the professor, is a very general, broader study of the professional career. It really very much takes you back to your career, to understanding your own career path, and taking a very deep look at what you do in your own career as a teacher, or as an administrator, or as a principal, or as an inspector, or whatever career that you have. This study enables you to go deep into that study, so that you get to understand some of the contemporary issues and be able to find ways to solving those issues in the contemporary education sector that we have today. There are many issues in the contemporary education sector, most of which we are not familiar with in terms of research. But when you are doing the EDD program, it gives you that extra edge or benefit to understand things from different perspectives, from different countries, from different sectors, whether it is in education or in other sectors. The EDD gives you that benefit to understand things in depth. So that's what the EDD program is designed to do. It gives you that extra benefit to explore further into your own career and become better and better every day than getting stagnant and doing the old things the old ways. So we have this EDD program that enables professionals, especially teachers in the education field, to come out and learn the new ideas, the new knowledge, the new skills, the new values in education which are coming out from research. So you stay up to date with the current research theories and the practices in education. In this recent career, like it was pointed out, EDD is quite slightly different to the PhD program, where you try to go in depth in one little section. When you're doing PhD, you are doing one particular aspect of your research. You're trying to contribute to knowledge. But in an EDD program, you are looking at a broader angle. You are going far and wide to understanding the scope of what you normally do from a very broader perspective. So that's the difference with EDD. Now, in my career, I mean, studying with the EDD program, I learned a lot of things with my supervisors. The first EDD unit with Professor Penn, identifying the research problem, where you sit down and really look at the problem that you are trying to investigate, and you want to build on the new knowledge, to identify new areas, and then you go into doing the literature review to identify finding the other new sources of information which relates to the problem area that you're looking at. And finally, you go into designing the research study. So these are some of the things that has given me a very broad, a deeper understanding of how to actually go about doing research. And doing a research when I was in the undergrad program, I really actually didn't get to understand all those things in that. But coming out and doing my teaching and looking at things from the teaching perspective, I see things from a different angle. So that it gives me the benefit of see things differently and understanding in that. So that's the benefit of doing studies at the ED level, where you do the things practically. You are on the ground doing the things, and then you are studying and you are trying to relate things in your career system. One of the challenges that I face is trying to share my time, my work time and my study time. And that's where I found it very, very difficult trying to get the timing right. Doing my job, I don't have to spend more time studying, and because I have a study duty to facilitate my lectures, I don't have to give half the time in my work and after that. That's the really big challenge that I face. And I have to spend, from my experience, I couldn't even, honestly, it's a very big challenge. Study, work, family, these are some of the challenges that we face for undergraduate programs like the ED program. And those that would like to take up this ED program, I would encourage you to take it up, and you have to make up your mind to put up extra more time than that. I've experienced, I really couldn't manage time. So that is the plea I'm making to any potential student out there. If you really want to graduate in the time frame, you really have to put up with your work. If you're working and you want to study, you want to ED program, it is very, very tough. From my experience, I think most of us who have taken this program have somehow gone left or some still pursuing. So my plea to everyone who wants to take up this program, it's a very, very good program. I can guarantee you this. You will want to explore the new theories and practices in education, because there are a lot more information available when you go into EDD and you are doing research to do your literature review or do other things that you want to understand broadly about your area of study. It is very good. It broadens your mind, your knowledge, your competence, and even it helps you to understand better things and then teach the lessons or the topics that you would like to teach in your line of duties or professional. And that is one of the things that really is a problem, struggle between student and the work. So my encouragement is that those of us who are doing the EDD program and those who are willing to come on board, must be very, very careful to manage the time that you're given if you want to study and graduate within the time frame. It's usually a 6-year program, a flexible program. You do one component coursework, 60% coursework, and 40% research. So if you get over those, you should be graduating in 6 years. Otherwise, it breaks over to more than 8 years. So that's my experience that I'm sharing with you. With supervision, I think there's no problem. The education department, we have professors here who can do supervision in the education field, who are very good at that. They will help you, they will guide you, but it's your commitment. They will want to see you get through, but you must put in the extra effort to getting through that line. Supervision is very, very good in the education faculty. We have a lot of this. 3 of our very distinct professors in our department and our faculty who provide the support to EDD students and PhD students also. There are a couple of PhD students there supervising also. And we also have master's students who also the supervise in the research. So with supervision, no problem. But with ICT and other things, information that you would want to find, there is no problem with information when you want to do your research. Divine University is a place where you can have access to any form of information that you are looking at. Whether it is online textbooks, e-books, that is the place to study. You can study very well and do a lot of current research on current research done by very prominent researchers, and you can have access to those information there on the spot. So that is one of the very good things about getting into this program and trying to enhance your own knowledge and skills, upgrading your own level of competencies in facilitating whatever for us as lecturers. It helps us to understand what we do in this industry. And if you are coming from it helps you to, when you are doing EDD and it will help you to understand your area of professionalism. Like in if you're a secondary school administrator and you want to do leadership and you want to do that in EDD program, it helps you to understand those different competencies in leadership. So this is my experience that I've had over the last 3 years. 3 years, I think. I actually had a problem with this, so I kind of stepped out. I'm looking forward to continuing this program anytime soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Ulin. Thank you for the highlight. Thank you for highlighting the challenges you have faced in this program, and even further to encouraging those prospective students who are listening right now to contribute. Findwood University is focusing in technological innovations in its aspirations to be a leading university in marketing and the wider Pacific. The use of technology enhanced teaching and learning is an exciting one, and Findwood University is currently delivering its program through the use of technology. Staff, including others, have offered training to incline in this direction, and many have undertaken postgraduate certificate in online teaching and learning. One of the graduates of this program is Findwood University's own director for the Center for Learning and Teaching. I invite you to share some insight in this space and also share his experience. Ladies and gentlemen, let us make welcome Mr. Vicky Harris.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm watching online via Zoom and via Facebook as well. Just a correction on that. I'm not a recent graduate of the program. The program is actually a new program that has been recently developed. A postgraduate certificate in online teaching. So, thank you first of all to Faculty of Education for inviting me to share some information and share some light on the program. And I think because it's a new program, we are really hoping that we start beginning our first call anytime soon. The program is still in its development stage, of course, preparation stages. So I'll just basically share a bit of information about the PG Core program and what's involved within the program and what this program is intended for and who it is intended to. The PG Core for Postgraduate Certificate in Online Teaching program is a one-year flexible learning program, and it's going to be offered in fully online mode. I think by now you would already see the trend that higher education is taking. We've been in a fully traditional teaching mode for a while. We've slowly transitioned from traditional teaching to blended mode. So much of our FLC programs have been blended block models, where we have a bit of face-to-face and then we have the rest of it self-paced. But we still have a time to given time frame to complete the program. And sooner or later, we would like to move away from blended and start offering fully online programs. So blended programs are partially online. We are yet to go into the stage where we go fully online, where everything happens asynchronously or synchronously via online platforms. So the program intends to provide both theoretical and applied skills to assist learners to be able to design and offer programs in fully online or blended modes in higher education. So it's targeted to those teaching higher education. Why did we do this? Now, there's a new generation of students entering higher education institutions, and this demands new approaches to teaching and learning. The program provides a better understanding of contemporary online learners and the implication it has on the program design. So the program tries to build the pedagogical foundation and equips those teaching in online or blended mode with the skills and strategies to be able to successfully deliver an online course. I think for most of us, we are educationists, we are not technologists. So when you bring online teaching in, you're not trying to bridge the gap between being an educationist and being a technologist, doing both together to deliver a program fully online. So that's where the gap exists. So the program is designed for those lecturers who are already engaged in online teaching, as well as those who intend to teach online. Okay, so you can see that for many of our universities, it's been a slow pace for us to get into fully online programs. Okay, so it's been taking a while, and we hope that this program will push that. It will boost that so that we can go into start delivering fully online programs beginning here and slowly moving to other campuses as well. Now, there are distinct differences between traditional teaching and teaching with technology, and that is online. And these differences highlighted the need for training to be able to better teach with technology. As I mentioned earlier on, as an educationist, you know your pedagogical approaches, what works well for you. But you need to also understand what technology exists, what's available, and what can allow you to be able to teach better. So you're trying to bring those two together, build a bridge, so that you can be able to do both successfully. Now, the online teaching program includes several aspects: contemporary pedagogies of online teaching, working with digital natives. That's the kind of generation we are now looking at, digital natives. Current practices in online and blended teaching, what's out there, and what sort of practices can be able to work for our setting. Some of the practices working in other civilized, in other developed countries may not be able to work for our case. So we need to also look at what teaching pedagogies we have, what works for us, what our setting is like, and we see what practices we can put in place for online and blended teaching. And it also involves a bit of ethical, legal, and safety issues in online teaching and learning. Mostly it's to do with assessment. Assessment in a face-to-face environment is totally different from assessment in a fully online environment. You have to be able to authenticate who your learner is, who is actually submitting the assignment. Is the assignment being submitted by the person that is registered for the program? Because you don't see them face to face. You don't see them. They sign up and they are participating online. They could easily give the assignment to someone else, do it, and they will submit. So these are issues, legal issues, ethical issues, electronic safety issues in terms of online teaching and learning. So that's covered in the program. And the quality assurance of online programs. Building e-learning communities. I think much of the online teaching has been moving towards e-learning communities, creating a community that will engage everyone else who is involved in the learning. So it also creates a structure where every learner feels that they are involved in the learning. So you are now taking your stage, in a stage on the stage, to be in a guide on the side. And the learning now happens between the participants themselves, and the facilitator is just guiding along. So these are some of the new approaches and the e-learning communities that we will look at in that program. And new technologies for online teaching and learning. So technological Innovations have taken a really fast pace, and education has been trailing behind slowly, trying to catch up with it, trying to see what technologies are out there that education can adopt. And that's been happening slowly. And so we can see that teaching is now moving into Zoom. It's moving online. And Zoom has existed long before, was existing, but education slowly came in and adopted Zoom. Education, in fact, existed long before Zoom, but the technology came and outpaced the education practices that were there. So the importance of technology in educational institutions, not just DivineWare, all our institutions, sister institutions, including institutions of higher education, tertiary level, that has been well researched. The need has been well researched. Technology has changed not only what we teach, but also how we teach it. And the current trends in higher education around the world, and in PNG in particular, include offering programs in blended and eventually in online mode. Teaching staff are required to have formal pedagogical training, which happens in all the other programs that we already have in Faculty of Education. And this program in particular brings online teaching into the picture now. Therefore, the initiative taken by the Faculty of Education in partnership with the Center for Learning and Teaching, which I had, to develop this program that will equip university instructors with knowledge and skills that will allow them for successful teaching in online and blended modes. So the program structure, there are 4 units. You have OT 501, Theory and Pedagogy of Online Teaching, that attracts 15 credit points. OT 502, Building an Online Learning Community, that attracts another 15 credit points. OT 503, Assessment in Online Teaching, and the last one, Technologies and Practices in Online Teaching. So these 4 units over a period of 2 semesters, 1-year program. And students are required to gain at least 60 credit points to be able to eligible for the digital tower or pass the program itself. So that's the program structure. And we invite applicants from all our sister institutions, not just DivineWare, PNG, Unitech, PAU, UNR, to our colleagues who are listening. The program has been developed, the program is open, it's open, and welcome to apply for this program. And applicants are required to at least have a first degree qualification, most preferably in teaching, because you will be able to understand, already have an understanding of the teaching pedagogy. And the program is currently in its post-material design phase, and so we are accepting applications. Recently, we've affiliated with an international body known as Quality Matters. Quality Matters, the reason behind that is to be able to benchmark, do international benchmarking in the program against a set of established 8 general standards for online course design. Now, these standards are not our standards. These standards are Quality Matters standards, and these standards are applicable to all the 1,500 member institutions all across the globe. So it's about benchmarking, just simply benchmarking the program to make sure that in its online form and design, that it aligns to other courses that are offered elsewhere in other universities. So that's again the importance behind that is to ensure that the course design is suitable and applicable to online learners. And I think we can all agree that there are challenges that we have in terms of our internet access at the moment in the country with the internet costs and internet prices. So we really hope that when this program begins, that our government can seriously look into this and start offering packages for education, so that learners can be able to use those packages and start doing online courses. I think that's where the fair and this program is now heading. So having said all of this, I thank you all for listening, and we hope that we will see your applications coming in time from now to the end of it. Thank you so much.
Much appreciation to Mr. Ivy for sharing with us in detail the post-graduate segregated online teaching and learning. My apologies for having as one of the graduates. In fact, he is the designer of this program. I didn't consult me before I prepared it, so I do apologize for that. Listeners and viewers, I take this time to now introduce you Mrs. Christine White Amara, as she shares her journey to Divineward University to study for the Master of Education Leadership and Management degree. Mrs. Mara is studying full-time. She is a serving lecturer at Untitled College. Please make her welcome.
Hi everyone. Just sitting out there listening to all the speakers that have come in to talk, I am amazed. Coming here just for my own study, but I'm listening to the awareness that has been made here, and I think we need to learn more. Thank you, Salamo, the moderator. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the staff, Faculty of Education, Divineward University, and other distinguished guests watching online for this special event, Career Expo 2022 here at Divineward University. My sincere gratitude to the senior management team led by Professor Ekia and Professor Pamela and Mr. Peter. Faculty of Education to give me this great opportunity to be one of the presenters at this event, to reflect as a teacher educator to save my job. Thank you. I am Christine Waikamara and a full-time residential student doing my postgraduate in Masters of Educational Leadership here at the Divineward University. Firstly, a little bit of my educational background, so I can try to convince some of my friends out there. I began my career at Holy Trinity Teachers College in the Western Highlands Province in 1983 and graduated with a teaching certificate in 1984. I began my profession teaching at various positions from base level to head teacher positions in the Western Highlands Province. In 2003, I upgraded my teaching certificate to Diploma in Primary Education in Service at Papua New Guinea Education Institute. Then in 2014, I completed a 2-year study for Bachelor of Education in Service, majoring in Special and Inclusive Education from the University of Europe. Straight after graduating, I got appointed with teacher education at Kenya Teachers College. I served there for the last 8 years. My reflection as a teacher educator personally in keeping my job under qualification requirement. One question is, what is the motivation for me to upgrade my qualification from a certificate now to a Master's in Educational Leadership? Firstly, it's due to the major reforms in Papua New Guinea education systems in terms of one, curriculum changes from experiencing the outcome-based curriculum to the standard-based curriculum. Secondly, policy and structural changes, for instance, the length of training for pre-service primary from 2 years to 3 years and now to 4 years. Qualification has been elevated from a certificate in teaching to diploma and now to bachelor's degree for primary pre-service teacher training. With curriculum innovation to achieve Papua New Guinea Vision 2050, educators must also be knowledgeable to provide leadership in teaching and learning to enhance quality education otherwise. These are all policy matters, the curriculum changes, teaching positions, or the structural changes in basic education system. Secondly, staff qualification upgrade as a DS or Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology is a requirement. Formerly, the teacher education was under the national government, functions, but have now been shifted over to the Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology. And one requirement attached to DS is that staff must have a master's degree to retain position with DS or first degree holders, like me. Principals with master's degree too will have to upgrade to doctorate or even higher qualifications. The motivation for me is simply I didn't want to be pushed out of the system. I wanted to be one of the best, so I struggled amidst hardships to excel higher and higher and keep my employment, and I am achieving that. Professional pathways, my advice to teacher educators out there watching live. Findwood University offers 2 modes where you can maintain your employment, but upgrade your qualification through 1, flexible learning center. You earn at the same time you study or upgrade. Or 2, enroll as a full-time student. To teacher educators, you need to upskill yourself with knowledge and skills to provide adequate leadership and administration and management. Without these qualifications, we don't stand a chance to remain with the changes that are coming, especially with youth. My conclusion, experiencing the reforms and conceptualizing what the expectations might be like in the future, I kept upgrading my qualifications. I did have mixed feelings, I can admit, when I arrived here 5 months ago. But today, I can confidently say that I made the wisest decision to leave my comfort zone and come study. I look forward to graduating with a master's degree in 2020.
Thank you, Christine, for sharing those worthy experiences. I know there are many teachers out there who are viewing as you speak, and I believe you have inspired them and hope to receive their applications in the new year. With that, I would like to check on Meg, you are online. Meg, are you there? Are you ready to come on? I think it's still patient difficulty out there, so we can. Are you there? If he is not connecting, we can't delay, we move on. We move on with someone here. He is Mr. Mauro Kevete. Mr. Kevete decided to take up further studies through dedication and commitment as well. And he has a lot of stories. Becoming an adult student is not easy. And Mr. Mauro Kevete is one student who has left his comfort zones of secure job in pursuit of further studies. He is currently a full-time student studying for the Master of Education Leadership as well, like many of the colleagues who have come and spoke about. Ladies and gentlemen, make Mr. Mauro Kevete welcome as he discusses how he is coping with the challenges, especially in the area of research skills development, and how he is getting through this. Let us make him welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Wamo, for the short introduction. Okay, I'll be talking about challenges in research proposal writing. Okay, case study, challenges faced in research proposal writing. Now, I took up a Bachelor in Education through FLC with Divine Word University, and I graduated last year. Now, one of the units that we actually covered was basic research. And through this basic research, I learned quite a lot of information about basic research. And then when I took up this course, I was able to figure out a lot of information that I did not cover through basic research. Now, challenges in research proposal writing. There are many challenges, but challenges are there to help us, make us learn. Now, one of the first challenges that I actually would like to highlight is the use of laptop. The use of laptop. Now, most of us, when we went to colleges, teachers' colleges, laptop was not even used to. And coming to Divine Word, where laptop is an everyday thing, it has gave us quite a good challenge by using the laptop, especially with this people trying to use laptop to do research and type up Word document, PowerPoint, and all those things. That has become one of the main challenge for most of the classmates and myself also. Now, the other challenge is the timing. The timing, writing research requires you to manage your time well. And by the use of the many time management, we are able to work on it. Some, trying to reach areas that we need to complete, and time is an important thing that we need to manage well. A challenge that is making us on our toes. One of the other challenges that I highlighted, and I really want to, what is the research proposal itself. Choosing the right topic. No, there's so many topics that you will want to know and you want to write about, but the right topic gives you a good idea on what to write and how or why it's worth researching. And the best topic that will help you to write your proposal. So choosing the best research proposal is one of the challenges. Writing a proposal, you would want to change your topic because you realize that that's something that you would not be able to do, and you want to make a change again. So choosing the right topic is one of the challenges that I believe that is one of the challenges in writing proposal. The next thing, part of the proposal, literature review. One of the areas where most of my colleagues and I also have difficult time trying to understand and select relevant literatures that I can use to write and collate with my research proposal. And it continuous help from the supervisor, lecturer, especially Professor Pam, has helped us to go over some of these challenges, especially literature review. When we talk about literature review, the references again, area is one of the areas that we are having challenges with, references. APA style of references is the one that the Divine Word encourages us to use, and learning to use the updated APA type of research is a challenge for us also to help us understand help us to write the best references so that we do not write the wrong reference parts and all those things. And to conclude on challenges of research writing, no, challenges are there. Challenges are there to make us learn. And I believe my colleagues and I have overcome these challenges and has made us to continue to learn and to write our research proposal. And I believe by end of this week, we'll be presenting our proposal or giving a proposal to our lecturer who would do the final editing. And I believe this has helped, these challenges has helped us to move forward and learn as much as we can. Our team running to excel in knowledge and skill to aspire, inspire, and win together. In research method, proposals have excelled this year, and this has helped us to continue to write our research proposal week by week with our continuous support from Professor Pam. And I believe by the end of this year, we will be able to write our research and are capable to do more research in our future careers. Thank you very much.
That was indeed captivating. Thank you, Mr. Kevete. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now try to see if Mr. Waldo May can be able to reach us. Mr. Waldo May, are you able to connect us?
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. You hear me from Bangor Teachers College?
Yes. Take us through.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. My internet connectivity is unreliable, so that's why it's giving me a hard time here. My sincere apology for that. All right. Firstly, good morning. Good morning to you all. It is my privilege to be part of this significant event organized by the Faculty of Education, Findwood University. Just a brief of my experience, it will not take that much commitment. At the same time, it is a challenging journey. Study commitment is here. It's like compromising the other. Both commitments, when I walked out of my study room to greet them, they are already snoring away. However, regardless of what I experience, I just cannot let go one and keep one, as both of them are important to me and my family. One thing I come to realize is time and time management. Time is of course a scarce resource, but when I manage multiple tasks and meet deadlines. Speaking of which, time management comes with discipline. I could perform many a times. I had sleepless nights. It was also a frustrating thing for me when I see my friends and colleagues enjoy every moment of their lives. I was down with work and study commitments. Sometimes I stay till late and into the late early. I'm not going to attend to my work commitment. Sometimes I have this feeling of giving in, but at that level. And therefore I continue. My mind plays tricks on me. I also have family commitments to attend to while having work and study commitments. However, one person who supports me to journey through to this stage, whom I am not hesitant to mention, is my spouse. She is very supportive from the onset and in thick and thin of times. When I'm on my knees to attend to study and work commitments, she attends to the children and all household duties. She understands that my achievement is her achievement and the achievement of the family. As our saying goes, behind every successful man, there is always a woman. And I have a regard for my spouse. And now that we are celebrating Mother's Day, as to shout out to her every Mother's Day and all the mothers out there. To finish off, I would like to say that surrounded with work and family commitments of varying heights, I am very sure that I will complete my studies successfully because of the manner in which I manage my time and the level of so much at this year of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, welcome back. We really unfortunately didn't get you well, but I hope what you want to share is a little bit clear to us. Your journey as a PhD student is not easy. And I know you are at Bachelor's College and hope you are managing your work and your studies well there. We hope that in the near future we would like to see you graduate. Thank you very much for sharing that. I think we definitely had the last speaker, so instead of taking out the break here, probably we could continue here. Yes, right. And I now would like to welcome our listeners and our viewers for taking this time to sit with us all through. Productive partnership among organizations are very important. As such, collegiate engagement usually lead to sharing resources, which tend to make them work more creative. In a more creative, cost-effective, and synergistic environments. The Faculty of Education has some ongoing partnership programs, and one such is with the Lead Gold Mine under the School to Mine project. This partnership is a give back to the community initiative, is re-educating teachers, and is one of the best initiatives Findwood University is pretty much involved. Our esteemed viewers and listeners, let's welcome Mr. Kevin Collins and Greg Neville from the beautiful East Island who are spearheading this program. Ladies and gentlemen, let us make them welcome.
Thank you.
Sure. It's muted. It's muted on this. Sorry. Oh, well, I moved it.
Unmute.
It's not like the sorry. Yeah.
Hello, is it any better?
Yes.
Oh, wow, there we go. Something's working. Okay, thanks very much. So thanks again. Sorry about the difficulty there. Thanks, Joseph Kakea and Peter Kalaki and Pulip Liakako for welcoming us to be part of the virtual open day today in the Career Expo and represent School to Mine from Newcrest Mining Limited on Lihir. I'm just going to tempt technology and see if I can share. No, it's okay. So just going to talk briefly today about the partnership that we've had with Divine Word University over the last couple of years with the School to Mine campus here on Lihir and Divine Word University through the delivery of the Bachelor Primary Education upgrade in service. So the School to Mine here in Lihir incorporates both Lihir International School and the School to Mine campus, and it's under the leadership of Mr. Greg Neville, who I have here with me today. So the Bachelor of Primary Education is just one of our programs that we have that Newcrest work to assist with enhancing education here on Lihir. So we work with local and provincial education to try and assist the quality of education on Lihir through a number of programs with teachers. We also work with school-age students, both at Lihir International School through FOGE students and academic support programs. And we also have a Work Ready program where we work with young people in the village, in villages, post-schooling to try and get them skills and opportunities to enter the workforce. But the Bachelor of Primary Education in Service is one of our programs that we really work with assisting to try and improve the quality of education on Lihir. The aim of the program, as it's been mentioned earlier today, is there's a lot of teachers out there with diplomas, but it's actually a government requirement that they have the Bachelor as well. So this is just an opportunity for teachers here on Lihir to go through the Bachelor of Primary Education through a flexible and structured program with Divine Word University. Obviously, with the program being run from Divine Word in Madang, that makes it out of reach for a lot of the teachers here on Lihir. So thankfully, last year and towards the end of 2020 and last year, the program was made possible with thanks to Mr. Joseph Lingawa, who gave approval for the School to Mind to offer this program through our campus. Since we first started with the program, we've been working closely with Catherine Jude and Mr. Peter Kalaki to organise the particulars of the program. So basically, it's different to some of the ways this course is offered through some of the other facilities I've heard this morning. Basically, the program invites 2 lecturers from Divine Word University to come to Lihir every semester. These lecturers present face-to-face lectures to the teachers from these Lihirian schools as they go and complete their Bachelor upgrade. The teachers then use the remainder of the semester to complete all the required assessment for the qualification while they're still teaching at school. So they're still teaching every day as well as doing this study externally. So it's a big ask for the teachers. We're in a fortunate position that Newcrest Mining, through the School to Mine, can assist with flights, accommodation and tuition expenses for the course. And the venue, of course, for the face-to-face lectures. So our teachers work with our teachers here at School to Mine campus. We work with the teachers undertaking the Bachelor upgrade, and we provide support where we can. We've got an IT lab, which the teachers come and can use throughout their studies. So it provides them an opportunity to have access to IT and also our library. And our teachers also offer some assistance with regard to completing the required assessment for the program as well. The first face-to-face lectures we had that were held in June and September last year. And then earlier this year, we welcomed Dr. Linus Yamuna and Dr. Peter Kalaki. We welcome them again to deliver the 3rd semester for our first cohort. So in September this year, our first cohort of 12 teachers will be graduating. And we also have another group of teachers starting in September with 15 teachers already enrolled in that program. So even though it's small numbers, we're looking at expanding this and offering this great opportunity to more teachers on Lihir. In addition, we're also looking forward to strengthening our partnership with Divine Word by offering this upgrade in future, but we're also talking with Divine Word to potentially offer the Master of Educational Leadership in a similar situation, bringing lecturers over here to Lihir through Newcrest Mining and having those lecturers deliver the subjects for the Masters program also. So we're looking at and expanding it. It's only small numbers, but we're really, really excited, and it's a really great opportunity for our teachers here on Lihir. And we really like to thank Divine Word for their continued support of the programs and the excellent education they're offering our teachers when they do come to the island. So thanks again.
Thanks, Kevin. I'll just thank Kevin. Kevin's the lead in organising this program for us here from Lihir, but I'd also like to thank Divine Word for their partnership with Newcrest Mining Limited. This is really part of the company's social licence to mine here on Lihir to show that there are some programs where the company is giving back to the community, and the education of teachers and upgrading of teachers on the island is really an important part of that, and it's great to have Divine Word as our business partner in that venture. So thank you to Divine Word for that partnership as well from my side.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for sharing on the partnership program here with Divine Word University. Divine Word University is a national university in Papua New Guinea, and the government of Papua New Guinea through the Department of Education, Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Department of Education, Department of Health, and others openly collaborate. The faculty invited some of these departments, unfortunately, they were not able to participate for this event. Otherwise, in many other of the occasions when they are given invitations, they are always here. Otherwise, we would also have had them the time of partnerships and collaborations they have with Divine World University. They had this chance to come on board today. But we are not able to hear from them. And without much delay, I would now like to invite the Dean of Faculty of Education, Professor Joseph Kidea, to make his concluding remarks. We welcome our witness.
The DW Rural University's 2022 team is to run to win together. And for 2022 also, the team for the Virtual Career Expo, as we have mentioned, it's running to excel in knowledge and skills, to aspire and to win, or inspire and to win together. So if you look at the two teams, the word run together is a phrase that appears common. So for Faculty of Education, our focus is building partnership with our teacher education program, with the potential stakeholders, especially the government of Papua New Guinea, the parents, NGOs, industries, and not the least the students who are current and future students of the Faculty of Education. On behalf of the Faculty of Education, I sincerely thank the Faculty of Education Rep, Mr. Philip Lapai, who is the rep to the 2020 Virtual Career Expo, assisted by Mr. Jim Wako, and Ms. Irene Ukwale, who is the Executive Officer to the Faculty of Education. I also would like to thank the colleagues from DW, especially the ICT, and Mr. P.K. Irene from Director from Center for Teaching and Learning for your support and to make this possible for us to connect with Zoom and Facebook and be able to come on live and the viewers can see us what's happening at Divine University in the air. I also would like to thank the presenters that you prepared very well and you made this contribution towards making 2020 to Faculty of Education Virtual Career Expo a memorable event for every one of us. Those are those of us here in the day, as well as those who also come on air. I also would like to extend my thank you to Caballo, Mr. Fox Yaga, who also come on, Mr. Peter Kayake from UWEC, our PhD student, Mr. Wagome from Biological College, and also thank you to Pauline and Greg in Lille. I would be happy to hear more from Pauline and Greg about offering Master of Education Leadership Program. We already have the Bachelor of Education program on the ground in Lille, but this is a message to Greg and Pauline. I'll be interested to come and run the Master of Education Leadership Program in a similar way that we are doing the Bachelor of Education in Lille. Without further ado, the ceremony of Faculty of Education 2022 Virtual Career Expo is now concluded. On behalf of the Faculty of Education, I sincerely thank you all for your attendance at this Career Expo.
That brings us to the end of the session. But before we wind down, we would allow for questions if any members would like to ask questions. And before the sake of verification, You want some remark on what has been spoken by the presenters? We'll give you about 5 minutes to ask questions. I think we have sat for too long, and maybe the questions may have also taken over. The 2020 Virtual Career Expo will continue with 2 other faculties present in the next 2 days. On behalf of the Faculty of Education, we would like to appreciate the very good listeners who have committed their busy schedules to be with us all through. We appreciate the presence of the Director for Teaching Service Council. He was supposed to be here as the Director, but he was not here. Otherwise, I preserved it. But much appreciation to the to PTI and the team, and the Master of Education Leadership students, the presenters who have been preparing, under pressure over time within the short notice, as well as Ulip, Laika, and our team for the faculty. You have really put us under pressure to make sure that we get this one off the ground, and it is a university-wide program, and we at least took out our time to prepare this. And we appreciate you all. Those viewers who are out there, if you want answers in the future, I ask you to go on to the Divine Word University website, https://www.ac.pg/en/index, or you can even ring our executive officer, Irene Rakwale, or irakwale@dwu.ac.pg for more information. Thank you very much for all the time that you have spent with us this day.
Our lunch will be ready. Our lunch will be ready. I'm just letting you know what are the us. This lunch at the start. So we go there and then we go for lunch. Unfortunately, we have lunch. So that always happening is we don't have the money. That's the policy. We buy hey, kita ada.
Someone to stand there. Sorry?